So the Mavic 4 Pro is basically around the corner, and let's be real, at this point we've pretty much got the full spec sheet in our hands. Thanks to Jasper Ellens and Igor Bogdanov for digging this up. Ellens actually spotted a Slovakian store that accidentally, or maybe not so accidentally, posted everything. And I mean everything. We're talking full details of the Creator Combo and the Mavic 4 Pro drone itself. Let's skip the upcoming RC Pro 2 remote for now, that's another story. Today we're diving into the drone only, and buckle up, because this thing's got upgrades everywhere. Okay, now let's talk numbers, the fun kind. Folded up, this thing is pretty compact, just over 25 centimeters long and weighs around 1,063 grams. Unfold it and it's got this sleek, aggressive footprint, nearly 39 centimeter wide with arms extended. Not tiny, but still totally backpack friendly. Flight performance. Alright, this is where it starts flexing. In sport mode, it'll zip up and down at 10 meters per second and hit top speeds of 25 meters per second, or about 90 kilometers per hour. Even when you switch to normal or scenic mode, the climb and descent rates hold strong at 6 meters per second, and tracking speeds go up to 18 meters per second. Flight time, 51 minutes max. Hover time sits at around 45 minutes, which is honestly wild. It resists level 6 winds up to 12 meters per second, so it's totally chill in breezy conditions. Oh, and it can take off from up to 6,000 meters above sea level, though if you're using prop guards, the ceiling drops to 3,000 meters. Operating temps go from negative 10 degrees Celsius to 40 degrees Celsius. Satellite system, triple combo, GPS plus Galileo plus Beidou for more accurate positioning. The Creator Combo version gives you 512 gigs of internal storage, with about 460 gigs usable. That's a huge win if you hate juggling SD cards. Now the best part, image sensors. The main Hasselblad camera, a 4/3 inch CMOS sensor with a mind-blowing 100 megapixels mode, and full manual aperture control from f2 to f11. It's got a 72 degrees field of view, and the image quality, yeah, it's cinematic. The medium telephoto, a 1/1.3 inch CMOS 48 megapixel sensor with a 70 millimeter equivalent focal length. Great for framing without physically getting closer. And then there's the telephoto, a 1/1.5 inch CMOS sensor pushing 50 megapixels with a 168 millimeter equivalent field of view. This one's for your extreme zooms without sacrificing detail. Let's talk ISO. On the Mavic 4's main Hasselblad camera, you get up to ISO 12,800 in normal video mode. Switch to D-Log, D-Log-M, or HLG, and that caps at 6,400. For slow motion, it's a bit lower. Max ISO 6,400 in normal and 3,200 in log or HDR. Stills, you get ISO 6,400 in 25 megapixels mode, but only up to 3,200 if you're shooting those massive 100 megapixel shots. As for the medium and telephoto lenses, video goes up to 12,800 in normal mode, just like the main cam. But in log and HDR, you're mostly working between 100 and 3,200, and if you're shooting stills at 12 megapixels, the ISO hits 6,400. Want more megapixels? The 48 megapixels and 50 megapixels modes top out at ISO 3,200. Alright, shutter speeds. The Mavic 4's Hasselblad camera can go super fast, up to 1/16,000th of a second, and as slow as 16 seconds for those silky long exposures, but if you're shooting 100 megapixel stills, that maxes out at 8 seconds. Burst modes like AEB, sequential, or timed keep it a bit tighter. 1/16,000th of a second to 8 seconds at 25 megapixels, or 1/8,000th to 8 seconds at 100 megapixels. Medium tele, same story. 1/16,000th to 8 seconds for 12 megapixel shots, but only up to 2 seconds for those sharper 48 megapixel images. And the telephoto lens, you still get 1/16th of a thousand speed, but max shutter slows to 8 seconds for 12.5 megapixels, and just 2 seconds for the big 50 megapixel shots. Simulated long exposure mode extends things a bit, but overall, this drone's fast when you need it and slow when you want it. Let's talk max image sizes and shooting modes, because the Mavic 4 is not holding back. The Hasselblad main camera, it's dishing out a massive 12,288 by 8,192 resolution. That's billboard level detail. You get both 25 megapixels and 100 megapixel shooting options, and yes, single, burst, and even time-lapse modes support both sizes. Time lapses can go from every second up to every 60 seconds, depending on your storage and patience. The medium telephoto drops in at 8064 by 6048. It shoots at either 12 megapixels or 48 megapixels, and you can go wild with single, burst, and time lapse here too, all the way to 7-shot bursts or bracketed exposures. Now, the telephoto lens, it's 8192 by 6144 resolution with options for 12.5 megapixels or a crisp 50 megapixels. Same deal, single, bursts, and time-lapse, fully loaded. Everything's saved in either JPEG or DNG RAW, and for video, you're looking at H.264 with all-eye compression or H.265. Alright, time to talk video, and the Mavic 4 is going full cinema mode. The Hasselblad main camera, it can shoot up to 6K at 60 frames per second. Yeah, 6016 by 3384 resolution. Want buttery slow-mo? You've got DCI 4K and standard 4K at up to 120 frames per second. Even vertical videos get love. 4K vertical at 60 frames per second, perfect for social media without losing quality. The medium telephoto lens isn't far behind, hitting 4K at 120 frames per second and rocking 2.7K vertical as well. You'll get both H.264 and H.265 with the fancy all-eye option only if you've got the 512 gig creator combo. And yep, the telephoto camera shoots 4K at 100 frames per second, plus 2.7K vertical and solid full HD options. Bitrates, H.264 goes up to 90 megabits per second, H.265 hits 180 megabits per second, and H.264 all-eye, a massive 1,200 megabits per second, crazy high for pro workflows. Everything's recorded in MP4 and stored using exFAT, so no weird formatting headaches. Color profiles? The Mavic 4 Pro gives you serious flexibility across all three cameras. You've got normal color in everything from basic 8-bit 420 to high-quality 10-bit 422, depending on your codec, H.264 standard, H.265 or H.264 all-eye. Yep, that last one's only on the 512 gig creator combo. Want more dynamic range? Go for HLG D-Log M or full D-Log, again in that juicy 10-bit 422 if you're using all-eye. So whether you're editing on the fly or color grading in post, this drone's ready. The Mavic 4 Pro's camera setup gives you smooth zoom and buttery stabilization. You get up to 24x digital zoom, 1x to 2.5x with the Hasselblad main camera, 2.5x to 6x on the medium telephoto, and 6x to 24x on the dedicated tele lens. All of that sits on a rock-solid 3-axis mechanical gimbal, handling pitch and roll with precision. It's got wide movement ranges. Pitch goes from negative 164 degrees to 160 degrees, and roll covers negative 90 degrees to 450 degrees. The gimbal responds fast too, with control speeds up to 100 degrees per second, and the stabilization is ridiculously precise. Hovering holds at plus or minus 0.001 degrees, so your footage stays super steady. The Mavic 4 Pro packs some serious sensing tech with its omnidirectional binocular visual system, front LiDAR, and infrared sensor on the bottom. It covers 360 degrees around the drone with front, rear, and side sensors that range from 0.5 to 24 meters in the front and 0.5 to 22 meters in the rear, all with detection up to 200 meters. These sensors work at flight speeds of up to 18 meters per second, giving the drone impressive obstacle awareness. For scanning, it also has upper and lower sensors with ranges of 0.5 to 18 meters and 0.5 to 17 meters. meters, respectively. The scanning operates best in areas with adequate lighting and surfaces that reflect well, ensuring the drone navigates smoothly and avoids obstacles in both urban and natural environments. The Mavic 4 Pro is powered by a 6,654 milliamp hour Li-ion battery with a 95.3 watt-hour capacity. Weighing about 332 grams, it operates at a nominal voltage of 14.32 volts with a max charging voltage of 17.2 volts. Charging is quick and efficient, with the DJI Mavic 240 watt power adapter capable of charging one battery from 0% to 100% in about 51 minutes, or 3 batteries in approximately 90 to 110 minutes depending on your input voltage. If you're using the DJI 100 watt USB-C power adapter, it takes roughly 80 minutes to charge a single battery. Charging through the drone itself at 65 watt max takes about 115 minutes. For those who prefer a charging hub, the DJI Mavic charging hub has 2 ports, a USB-C port supporting up to 100 watts and a mini SDC port capable of 240 watts at 15 amps. The hub can charge 3 batteries in parallel when using the 240 watt adapter, prioritizing the least charged battery for faster overall charging. If you're using the 100 watt USB-C adapter, the hub charges batteries sequentially. It's all designed to work seamlessly with the Mavic 4 Pro's intelligent flight battery. That wraps up this video. In the next one, we'll dive into the O4 Plus video transmission system and the DJI RC Pro 2 controller. Thanks for watching. See you there.